Austin, thank you very much for waking up at before 7 a.m. That is to be on for this interview. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is the normal time that I get up, so it's perfectly fine.
Nice. Is that for work related or do you do other things?
First thing I do is I get up and I walk my dog, and then I start working as soon as possible. Yeah, I like to hit the ground running, get some momentum early in the day.
Right. And then what does the rest of the day look like?
I do most of my deep work early on in the day. The highly focused writing for clients and stuff like that, and then there's usually a block in the middle of the day where I get a little bit more sluggish, eat some lunch, kind of relax a little bit, and then I start working again in the afternoon. So I pretty much work all day.
Interesting. Explain deep work a bit more to the audience for those who don't know.
Yeah, so deep work is when you block out a specific time with zero distractions. You shut off your phone. I actually take my phone and I usually put it in the other room entirely, and then you sit down and you do work, and you don't check any notifications, you don't check any emails. You just do work for however long it is, 2, 3, 4 hours at a time, and you can get into a decent flow state, and you get incredible amounts of work done in that block of time.
Right. I used to do deep work as well when doing other jobs. Now this is taking up more of my time, which doesn't really require deep work. But yeah, definitely useful to do. And for people whose concentration maybe is low at first, it's something you can build up over time. It's not just it won't be every single time that you'll try to sit down and then you're just not able to work. If you keep practicing, you'll be able to reach several hours of deep work, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Initially, I think because social media kind of conditions our brain to have very short attention spans. So I think initially, when most people start doing deep work, they can only do it for maybe 30 minutes at a time. But over time, you can sort of build on that and get it up to several hours. I can do probably 3.5, 4 hours of deep work now after practicing it for a long time. So
let's get into your wins. So I saw them in the copywriting campus. Could you explain what they were about in terms of the clients and the amount you made?
yeah, so I I'm on retainer for a pretty big client, a guy that sells courses on YouTube, and he pays me just a flat rate to ghostwrite for his email list. And I found this guy through just doing cold outreach, which is taught in the copywriting campus, obviously. And I've landed a bunch of other smaller clients, which are some of them are one-time clients, and some of them they're people that come back to me and occasionally have work for me. So it varies quite a bit, but the bulk of the money that I make is retainer stuff, which is really great.
Are you comfortable revealing figures and in what time span?
Yeah, sure. So as far as time span goes, I joined the copywriting campus. I learned how to do cold outreach through emails, and about 90 days of doing that continuously every single day, doing the cold outreach aspect, I finally found a client that really needed a bunch of email marketing stuff done. So he put me on a retainer for $2,000 a month. This was the third client I ever got 90 days after joining the real world, which is pretty crazy for me at the time because I had never made that much money online before. So he started paying me $2,000 a month just to manage his email list, which involves sending daily emails, ghostwriting in his voice, and sending out promotions to the list. And then later on, he actually started paying me another $1,200 a month to ghostwrite his Twitter and a couple other, like his LinkedIn and a couple other things that he does. So that was a huge win for me. That was fantastic, and it's because of the cold outreach techniques that were taught in the copywriting campus that I was able to even find this guy, and then use my skills to actually solve some of his problems for him.
That's great. And how have things scaled for you since then?
It's been great. I've had months over 10K, which is it's so mind blowing looking back, because a year ago I was working just a regular job and I had no real way of making money online. And then I discovered the real world. I took it really seriously, dedicated a ton of my time, somewhere around 5-6 hours a day, studying the content and applying it. And within a few months, I started making money. And now, to answer your question, how I'm doing now, I'm I'm making probably, it varies a little bit, probably between 4 to 6,000 a month. Sometimes more than that. Like I said, sometimes it gets over 10K. Just kind of depends on which clients are coming my way and what kind of work that me and my new employee are doing. Because I now have been able to hire an employee as well. So things are going great. I can see it scaling from here. So very excited.
Whoa! Welcome to the real world.